Hello everyone, welcome to Fayette County TV, channel 77 here with the Stellar Show. A change of pace this week. We are inside Ryse Pro Wrestling's Stronghold Training Center. This is located in the back of the mall for anyone that's interested. Maybe get a hold of Brandon Kay and come do some training here. Where's Victor? Oh, here we go. Look at this.
Fayette County TV, it's me, Victor, here inside Ryse Wrestling, telling you that the Uniontown Mall, this is where we're filming live from today, is open every day, Monday through Friday from 11 to 7, and on Sundays from 11 to 5.
All right. Woo! All right, we got grown-up stuff to do.
So,
all right. Yeah.
Like the intro? We are a tag team at this current time.
Yes,
and I'm
right.
ashamed of what he's wearing as we're speaking.
What's wrong with this? I told everybody, here, take the Duke for a second. Duke's feeling the rest. This is Wrestlemania week, so we're having some fun. But this here was from the Penguins giveaway last week. I said I would wear. But more importantly, what I got underneath, I know is definitely going to pop Rick. And I told Conrad Thompson this is willed to him, so if he's still interested, it will go to him one day.
Here we go again. Still do it. Andre the Giant would eat this. Andre would, I would work on his left bicep, that whole shirt.
Wow. And which would almost cover a fourth of Brock's.
So what do we got for hate mail this week?
Well, we got to, before we get into hate mail, we got to let everybody know who's sponsoring that, and that would be Malloy's Paving. Don't have the number on me, but we'll splice that in. So feedback, what do you got?
I got a lot of people were very disgusted by the blood that you showed last week and the April Fool's joke.
Ketchup,
but they don't understand that me back in the day and my whole entire life have had a lot of problems with blood. It's an interesting place for me to be right now because my first date was here at the Uniontown Mall. I had no front teeth, wore glasses, was horribly disfigured as a kid, grown into this beautiful thing that I am now. So
not much has changed.
The first date I ever went on was here at the movie theater, and I let the girl who was misfortunate enough to go on a date with me pick the movie. Well, the movie was Silent Night. It was Christmas. Unfortunately, I never saw the part that said Deadly Night. So in the first scene, Santa Claus gets picked up by this woman who's hitchhiking and buries a hatchet into her head. And I spent the entire movie in the Uniontown Mall bathroom throwing up. Do you feel better about trying to trick me with blood now?
Hatchet to the head. I think that was the ballad off of Cannibal Corpse's one album. So thanks for, I'm going to have to listen to that on the way home. So what else do we got? Anything else on your end?
Right now, just the one thing I do want to give a shout out to is Uniontown Liquidators. If you're looking for some wrestling stuff right now, Uniontown Liquidators is selling WWE wrestling rings, and they have some figurines for sale right now. Kelly and Dave are good people. Stop up and see them. They are also having sales on grills and shop vacs. They have a lot of good stuff.
All right, so here's what we got. So some feedback on my end. Carlos Garcia was the lone Pirate representative in the '94 All-Star game.
Didn't I say that?
No, you said there was one other.
Leland.
No, your players. You said who was the other one? It was Carlos Garcia. But anyway, that's all right. People are they like the Duke's more active with the show. Now that the Easter Bunny is went back to wherever the Easter Bunny goes, we got to find ways to keep the Duke active and occupied. Remember, folks, Friends of Animals out of here in Fayette County, go check them out. There's a lot of dogs like Duke and cats that could use a good home. And as far as other feedback, the super fan, he's been MIA, so he must have cleaned up good on those bobbleheads. So I really don't got anything else. How about yourself?
I'm just going to strut on off.
All right. Stay. Woo! We'll be back.
The Brothers Doobie delivers powerful harmonies and a fun-filled, high-energy performance, covering a catalog of Doobie's hits spanning both the Johnston and McDonald eras. Always high energy, always amazing. This is a show that's not to be missed. The Brothers Doobie, April 12th at the State Theater Center for the Arts. Tickets available now.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Stellar Show here on Fayette County TV, channel 77, inside Ryse Wrestling's Pro Wrestling Stronghold Training Center. We're going to start off the next segment here by opening up, since it's WrestleMania week. We're going to have some fun. I brought a pack of 1987 Topps WrestleMania 3 cards here. So there's, what is that, almost 37-year-old piece of gum I'm about to chew.
The rookie you'd be looking for in there is
Bret Hart.
Bret Hart, not Hogan.
Hogan's 85. Yeah. Bret Hart's the Duke's having too much fun exploring, folks. So that he's sitting out this segment. So
he's about to speak.
It looks like he might be. So he might be making a run in. All right. So here we go. We're going to open this up. Oh, speaking of Hulk Hogan, there is one on the back here. Ooh, this gum's looking a little rough, but hey, it's part of the gimmick. Oh, that hurt.
I think Miss Elizabeth's card's in there too.
She is, but it's not rookie. She's in the OPG second series.
Okay. So Hart's the big one.
Yeah, Bret Hart would be the rookie that you would want out of this. Got a Hulk Hogan. The wrestling referee, Danny Davis. There is a Bret Hart card, but it's not his rookie. Here's one of my personal all-time favorites, the Honky Tonk Man.
Probably my favorite of all time. The longest running Intercontinental Champion.
No, it's been passed by Gunther.
Gunther means nothing to me. When the HTM did that, was a different time. It all mattered much more back then.
He wouldn't have had a chance with the shake, rattle, and roll. We know that.
No doubt about it.
The Hogan sticker that you would have wanted actually was in this pack. Here we go. As Bobby Heenan used to call him, Outhouse Jack. Coco Beware. And 2 Hulk Hogans. Not a bad pack, right? Actually, this is, this one took the money shot. But this would have actually, outside of Hogan slamming Andre and the Bret Hart rookie, this would have been the one you'd want.
The gum stain on the back was the killer of the card. So the gum actually stained the back of the Hogan. So sometimes when the best card is the last card, you end up losing big on that.
So what we got going on here inside Stellar's Collectibles, inside the Uniontown Mall, on the opposite end of the mall, we have one of Victor's, this is a wrestling mystery pack. So
yeah, what I do is I have the $10 ones that are probably $20 to $30 in value. Then people want the ones with the bigger hits, the bigger autographs. So I make these $100, $200, $300 packs. So this was one that, since it's the week of WrestleMania, I decided to make a couple packs full of the bigger cards.
All right, so what do we got here? We'll get. You know what? You might be segueing.
I just can't take it.
Oh, this is a good pack so far. We got Hulk Hogan rookie sticker. If you want to, got a nice Roman Reigns relic, the Tribal Chief, acknowledged. We got the number. This is actually this is the second Hulk Hogan card from the 1985 Topps. I don't know if this is considered rookie. Number 1 definitely is the yellowback.
Yellowback.
Yeah,
this is the greenback. There's two varieties.
It's still a good
where
card.
Everything comes from today with parallels. It kind of started right here.
You got Sting that just retired.
Mm-hmm. This would be considered one of 20 rookies that are in this set.
And then Kurt Angle's rookie. Now, that's a good call on that one. So yeah, this is and a nice Bruno Sammartino. This is from 1982, I believe.
Yes.
These were, you know who took this picture by chance?
You?
I put this, no, it was a little before I was born. Jim Cornette put this set together. Actually, he worked with whoever Jim Cornette has a great podcast. Check them both out. I know CM Punk's a big fan. But check out those podcasts. But also, Jim Cornette actually took the pictures for this set.
This set is particularly interesting. It was made, like you said, in 1982.
Yep.
This was not on any of the promotions. WWF back in the day did not promote this set of trading cards.
It was a magazine, wrestling magazine.
Wrestling magazines. You would have to look in the back, and that's where these ads were. This set sold for about $2.99. This card right here is worth $45, $50 graded. It goes to the moon. And people always make the mistake of thinking that this was the first set of wrestling cards.
No.
The actual first one is 1949 Topps.
Yep.
It was a ringside boxing set that had 5 wrestlers in it. Let's see how good you are. Who was the champ back then?
49, probably Luthez.
Gorgeous George, who was not, put into the ringside set.
Gorgeous George was number champion, not NWA.
This is the set from 49, Gorgeous George. I just read this.
But the NWA champion, which was the world champion at the time, would have been Luthez.
Easy, dude.
Yeah. But anyway,
on.
before I open up the mail, Victor, I mean, you can get those mystery packs at a shop. Plus, he has some old school WWE shirts like you see here, plus some local independent wrestlers like you see here at Ryse Wrestling.
Yeah, back in the day, the Austin 316 shirt was probably the most popular T-shirt ever printed. We all laughed and said it was the tuxedo of the flea markets. Because back in that era, everybody who was at the flea markets, if they had a 316 shirt on, they were appropriately dressed for the Sunday morning. So
Absolutely. Well,
today, if you can find one of those Austin 316
or the DX.
shirts, they're $200 on command if they're in good shape.
DX or the NWO as well.
And real quick, to John Bolin, local wrestler and a good friend of mine, this T-shirt still means the world to me, and it's what would Bolin do, which you don't really want to answer that question.
We're good. So I trimmed this up because...
after last week's disaster.
Well, not just that, because I knew I'd be holding the Duke because I just knew he's crazy.
Here, let me get Duke.
You got him? All right, excuse me.
Come here.
All right, so that gum just kind of giving me some indigestion there. All right, so what we got going on here, this was actually shipped out of Canada, which was another reason I kind of previewed this to make sure what's supposed to be in there, because I just don't trust those Canadians. So that being said, what we do have this week is, this is great. This is the Ultimate Warrior's rookie card. One of my personal all-time favorites, Wrestlemania 6. He beat the immortal Hulk Hogan clean in the middle, which was first time in, 10 years, I think someone had accomplished that feat. Not many accomplished it since, but the Ultimate Warrior, like I said, you know what, you were, getting crazy with the ropes there.
That's kind of where that was coming from.
So that's where a lot of that would have originated from.
What WrestleMania was that again?
6.
WrestleMania 6.
So,
Interesting story on WrestleMania 1 that I just recently learned was back when dinosaurs ruled the world and I was a kid, WrestleMania 1 happened in Madison Square Garden.
Yep.
That was the Hulk Hogan, Roddy
Mr. T.
Piper, Mr. T,
Yep.
Paul Orndorff mess.
Yep.
Back then, you could not stream it, you couldn't pay-per-view it. You had to go to the Civic Arena, which was the old hockey arena.
Or movies. Certain theaters
Certain theaters had it.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh had 13,000 people go to the Civic Arena to watch it on a big screen. Just as Muhammad Ali, who was the guest referee, was about to enter the ring, there was a glitch in the live feed.
The signal, yeah.
The people in Pittsburgh got a black screen and started throwing food at the screen and had a basic riot there. What happened 2 weeks later is the WWF and WTAE got together.
It was Fox 53.
It was WTAE.
I thought it was WPGH.
Anyway, they had a special viewing live on WTAE or whatever Ken just said to show that to everybody who missed it. So back in those days, you paid like $30 to watch it inside an arena, kind of like you would the Penguins playoff games right now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, hey, they might be getting there. But as far as the WrestleMania, just we're getting up to WrestleMania 40 here. I had all intentions of making that trip until they changed the main event from Roman Reigns versus The Rock to this whole nonsense with the Cody crybabies. I just don't get it. This Cody Rhodes, I've taken dumb stuffer than this guy. I don't want to watch that. I don't know. Are you watching it this weekend?
I'm just hoping that our good friend Adam has a safe trip out
Absolutely.
there.
Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. Enjoy yourself while you're out there. And
he's going to come home much poorer because that thing's going to cost money.
Yeah, no, nothing. I went to WrestleMania 23 up in Detroit. That was a good time. The main event.
Was that the one where there was 93,000 people there?
No, that was WrestleMania 3. There was 80,000. I don't think they probably could have got 93,000 in there, but it was. I think Ford Field only held like 80,000. So.
What the one at Arlington was 101? You're almost at Penn State.
Oh yeah. They could.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, no, that's that's the thing with the WWE. And some of these, like there's Nikita Knight here from that's just started off in Ryse Wrestling. She's made her way, I believe, to NXT. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was. That's look, just got to start somewhere, and that's what's great about an organization like Ryse Wrestling, and that's also why that's important to come and support an organization like Ryse Wrestling. Don't take it out of context, but Major League Baseball, they have single A, double A, triple A, and whatnot, and this is equivalent to your, single, double, and triple. And so anytime you see Ryse Wrestling out here at the Uniontown Mall, you do your best to, get a ticket and stop up and watch.
I grew up in this area, and I grew up with going to WWF WWF matches back in the day. I remember the days of the old school wrestling in the backyards before it became popular. There was a group down by Republic that would do backyard wrestling on a Saturday night. They busted their rear ends and they put on a great show. I was at the first ECW at Rostraver. Fantastic to have a little old lady giving out shots of whiskey for $1. The first night there. I've come to 2 of the Ryse events, and they are on par with all the rest of them. They do a tremendous job here, and the wrestlers really care. Support your local wrestlers.
I actually have 2 good ECW memories. Number one, before they did the revival back in 2006, my buddy Jake Solomon and I were sitting in our seats, and there's a segment, Paul Heyman's in the ring talking, and then so some guy comes back sitting, we didn't know the guy, he goes, hey, Terry Funk's hiding behind that curtain back there. So I go to my buddy Jake, hey, let's go. So anyway, we go back, we're both wearing our Mario Lemieux jerseys, and we start talking to Tommy Dreamer, and then the music hits, and we just followed him out. And like, we probably could have went into the ring with them. Like, I had an usher get in front of me, start escorting people, and I just like froze. It was just, but it would have been interesting if we did, whether we maybe made some money or got arrested. Either one could have been fun.
My ECW story was I watched the Terry Funk Sabu barbed wire match.
No, that was good.
The bloodiest, most disgusting thing. I watched it basically like this. My friend knew one of the wrestlers from ECW from his, what's up, Beans? Knew one of his buddies from when he played football at Tulsa and got us up into the rafters where they're all sitting around drinking. All I wanted to know was, did Sabu really have scars all over?
Yes.
I sat from this far away from Sabu like a weirdo, just kind of looking, going, and when I saw the scars, that it's legit, they do this stuff. It was disgusting.
Yeah, well, one other fun one with that week, we then went up to the Hammerstein Ballroom for the one-night stand where RVD beat John Cena. And I remember my buddies were back at my place watching it while we were there, and we used to bet on the matches. I texted my one buddy, I go, hey, make sure you're betting on RVD. He goes, are you sure? I'm like, there's people bringing in 2x4s and barbed wire, whatever. I was like, there will be a full-scale riot in New York City if John Cena wins tonight, which there was an advertisement of that as they started the show. So he made some money that night, and he cut me in later. So to those that lost money that night, sorry about your luck. But before we close this out, I do believe I forgot to mention Yinzer Valley Farms as I was opening up the Ultimate Warrior rookie card. So get on their social media, check out what Mike Svitek's got going on over there. There's always something fun going on. Anything to close us out?
Just don't do what Bolin would do.
Okay, we'll be back after this.
Welcome back to the Stellar Show. We're still here in Ryse Wrestling for the concluding part of the episode 13. We're grateful to Fayette TV for giving us the ability to make it all the way to episode 13.
Baker's Dozen.
Is that Baker's Dozen? And what was I supposed to talk about?
We can start that over.
Yeah, let's start that over.
Wiffle ball. Unless you want, keep it going. It's Wrestlemania week. Everything in the kitchen sink.
There's a wiffle ball tournament at the YMCA coming up in the middle of May. It's $50 if you're not a member. It's $40 if you are a member. Doug DeCenzo, formerly of the Chicago Cubs, is going to be doing a workshop as well as the tournament. And you're going to see these two guys, and this guy right there, making an appearance at the wiffle ball tournament. There's something coming in May, isn't there?
Yeah, there is, but they took down the Green Monster. We didn't get to play wiffle ball.
I'm still going to hit you with a pitch.
Yeah, whatever, get in line. But so May 2nd at the Mount Pleasant High School, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers coming to help raise money for the Mount Pleasant Junior Football League. Like I said, I talked to the Steelers yesterday. They said, you know what, they expect some good names to show up. So just you can get tickets for $8 at Victor's shop here. So stop in and get those, and it's going to be a good time. But how about the Duke here? He's all speaking. He's a little more wound up again, but he got one of I don't know if my sister Carrie or Shannon got this for him, but my nieces Isabella and Maddie wanted him to wear his costume at some point on the show here. So, but maybe we could wear something like this for the Pirates tomorrow.
I'm out of town. The one thing I do want to say is there's going to be a major announcement on next episode, episode 14, concerning something with a show somewhere. So I can't give you the details today, but everything's being finalized, and we're looking at a major announcement and a return of someone who's very friendly to this show.
Yeah,
so look for that, and make sure you see us next week for this major announcement.
So yeah, no, I was setting up there for the Pirates.
Well, we should be there tomorrow.
That's it, yeah.
What did the guy from 93 put? If the creek doesn't rise?
I don't know, you listen to that stuff?
Sometimes.
Why?
He had a good line, though. If the Lord's willing and the creek doesn't rise.
Fair enough. No, I prefer to listen to, like, respectable people like us.
We are respectable, especially here at Ryse Wrestling.
Yeah, they always got an agenda.
Thank you guys for this. This has been a blast. And if you ever need a guy to get beat on.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. I'll second that motion. No, yeah, you know what? No, the Pirates here, we're off to a 5-1 start. I mean, you know what? I know a lot of. I didn't think they'd start 5-0, but I expected a hot start out of them.
You know who did figure this out? It was Paul Skeens. When he was sent down, he said he's kind of disappointed that they're sending him down because he realized the team that they have right now, and he's missing. He didn't want to miss out on what this team is, so he alerted us that we have a better team than we thought.
No, this team last year makes the playoffs if Cruz doesn't get hurt and some of those arms stay healthy. So this was, plus with Skeens in the rotation, he'll be super tuned. Unless something happens, he might be up sooner. So that'll be a great addition. No, I think this is definitely a playoff team, if not a team that wins the division. I'm not going to tell people, hey, this is a World Series team just yet, but the organization has taken all the right steps and they're ready to compete. They're not a joke. And I know
the organization made a big move yesterday in picking up the contract of Joey Bart, who was the number 2 pick in the draft a couple years back, because delay is going on the injured reserve list. So you're getting value out of it. They're trying. They're looking at. No,
they've made the good and right moves. And I know over the years they've gotten. Over the last 5 years, they took a beating. Oh, they're not signing this guy. They're not extending that guy. They've extended the right guys. They extended Hayes. They extended Reynolds. They let Josh Bell go. What's he done since they dumped him? He's bounced around.
Yeah.
So like I said, I know people don't want to give this organization credit, but it's long overdue that, that they start giving them credit, because baseball is back in Pittsburgh and they're going to be good for a few years.
Yeah, the fans have been impatient with, at times, good reason, but the Pirates organization right now, the patience they've taken, looks like it's paying off at this point going forward.
You've got to give some props to the Pens too. It would have been easy to lay down and just mail it in for the rest of the year, but they're still in the playoff hunt. So
they win against Washington.
I believe they're 3 points out at the moment. So, but hey, that's from where they were 2 weeks ago. They were wrote off. They were, what lottery pick can they get 2 weeks ago as opposed to now? But here's the thing though too with the Penguins, you got a lot of good veterans, and you're coming in as an 8th seed that's hot. We've seen that happen.
The goalie's hot, and that's something that's been ridden for years.
This could be.
Always watch a team with a hot goalie. That's the worst thing you can run into in the playoffs.
You get hot at the right time. That's better than having talent, a roster full of all-stars. But I don't know, anything you want to add to close out the show?
I just want to, again, thank Ryse Wrestling for having us here today. This was a blast.
I didn't
have to clean the store today.
Yet. Woo! So, okay, that being said, anytime you see Ryse Wrestling, come check them out. They're friends of the show. And also, actually, stay tuned for Ryse Wrestling. Up next. Thank you.
And once again, we'd like to say thanks again for all the fun we had today at Ryse Wrestling.
Absolutely.